Get 29% off Basic, Premium, and Premium Plus with the Power Up sale. Unlock our entire language learning system right now.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about 5 sentence patterns that you can use as a beginner of English. Let's go. The first expression that you can use as a beginner is personally, I think that, or I would just use I think that. Personally makes it sound a little bit more polite, I think. You can use this to introduce an opinion. For example, personally, I think that pizza is amazing. Personally, I think that dinosaurs would have been delicious. Personally, I think that cars should be made to enjoy with friends. Okay, I'm gonna edit there. Personally, I think that you shouldn't worry about it. Yes, that's probably a much more useful sentence than dinosaurs would be delicious. The next expression is, what does blah 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 mean? So where here is the word you don't know. So for example, what does pasta mean? What does Stegosaurus mean? So a word like Stegosaurus is a really strange word that you probably don't know. Stegosaurus is a type of dinosaur. We're on a very dinosaurs, I don't know, we're on a Jurassic adventure at the moment. So this is a pattern you use when you don't know the meaning of the word and you would like someone to explain it to you. So if you say, what does Stegosaurus mean? Then someone can say, oh, it's a dinosaur. It's kind of like, it's a sort of short guy and it has a bunch of spikes on its back and it has a long tail and it gets into a fight with a Tyrannosaurus Rex if you saw the movie Fantasia by Disney. Okay. So in this sentence, what does complication mean? It means problem. Okay. The next pattern you can use is, can you tell me more about blah, blah, blah? So on a topic that you would like more information about, you can say, can you tell me more about the soccer game last week? Can you tell me more about the plan for the party next week? So something you would like more information about, you can say, can you tell me more about this thing? Okay, so in a sentence, can you tell me more about your sandwich options? That is a useful sentence.
Very useful.
That is a useful sentence. Okay. In this sentence here, we don't have that back home. Can you tell me more about it? This is used the reverse pattern. Okay. The next expression is, if it were up to me. If it were up to me. I had to teach this in a class a couple weeks ago, actually. If it were up to me means if I could make the decision. If this were my decision. Blah, blah, blah. So meaning, if I could make the choice, this is what I would do. But one point here is, the nuance is, it is not my decision. This is not my decision. But if it were my decision, I would do blah, blah, blah. So for example, if it were up to me, every day would be Saturday. Woo, woo, woo. But it's not, right? So, that's always the underlying, that's always the kind of basic nuance of this phrase. This decision is not mine. Okay, here the example is, if it were up to me, I would take my boss to dinner. Oh my, things just got scandalous. The next pattern is, I feel like blah, blah, blah. You can use I feel like when you introduce a suggestion or something that you would like to do, especially for food, drinks, or activities. So, for example, I feel like coffee. I feel like Italian food. I feel like an action movie. There's some activity or something you would like to do at the end of this pattern. I feel like bowling this afternoon. Something needs to go here, some sort of activity. Of course, you can use this expression to talk about your feelings. I feel like something, but this something must be a noun. It must be a noun. Like if you feel really great, I feel like $1,000,000, for example. If you feel really bad, I feel like garbage. That's a nice expression that somehow just came out of my head. Anyway, you can use this in 2 ways, but this must be completed with a noun phrase at the end of the sentence. That's the end then. So those are 5 beginner patterns that you can use. I think these are really, really useful patterns, especially for making a suggestion or describing your feelings. So please give them a try. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Top Words. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We'll see you again soon. Bye!